Hey everyone, how's it going? Elliot here and welcome back to my second channel. I thought I'd give you a bit of an update. Quite a lot has happened. I'm very excited to show you, so let's get into it. So the first thing I'll show you is this. This right here is one of the fireplaces that I've got in the house. There's a total of 3 fireplaces. I'm keeping both of the little actual fireplace pieces that will be going in. This has all been freshly rendered using a lime-based render. It looks pretty weird right now. That's just because it's the skim coat. So they put this on with a little mesh underneath. You can see it there just to hold it all in. It has to be plastic. They use a metal mesh for the cracks that was on the front of the house because you can't use a metal mesh with a lime-based mix because the lime basically rusts the mesh. Even if it's like galvanized and all that, that just gets to it and cracks it and then breaks your render. So yeah, this looks amazing. Really, really happy with that. I can totally now visualize that being a nice sort of light grey, the rest of the walls being white, and then you've got this stunning granite wall here, a nice plant or something there, and a little light or something. I mean, it's just going to look absolutely gorgeous. One of the fireplaces is actually fully painted. I'm thinking I might do one more coat on there, but you can really see how nice that looks. I have got some footage of me doing that whole process, so I'm going to be making a separate video on that once I figure out how to get 20-minute videos off my iPhone. The back is all treated and looks lovely. Not a lot has changed besides that up here. Not really a massive amount that I can show you, but obviously that is very exciting. I mean, hopefully you can visualize what the rooms are going to look like. Nothing's happened in here since, but let me take you downstairs where a lot has occurred. First things first, new hot and cold water pipes. I know that doesn't look like that's a massive deal, but that is a huge deal. And then they're coming to remove this big pipe and move it all out the way, and you won't have a big box in the way when you walk into the house. So that's quite exciting. That is something that will be really apparent of a change in a couple of days. But look at this. So what has happened here? So basically, the range has come out. For quite a lot of people were asking me about whether I was going to be able to save it or not. Here's a photo of it. As you can see, it's completely rotten. They took it out and it just disintegrated to pieces. So now I have this nice big sort of alcove, whatever you call that, where I'm going to have my lovely log burner. And if you look up the top, you should be able to just see a little bit of light. So it's all clear up there. They're going to put a flue, like a chimney liner up there. They need to render over the back of this. It's a little bit of a mess. They need to somehow try and make it straight. Not totally sure how they're going to do that, but they will. I'm sure that's enough room back there so they can just go straight up. This has had a first coat of a lime-based render on it as well. So that's all going to be nice and smooth, and you'll have a nice smooth edge here. And then this is actually going to be boarded with like a fireboard, which is like a regulation thing. So that's quite cool. They've done another coat up there. I don't know if you remember, but it was kind of like a half and half thing that they had before, where they had the old lime-based sort of lard and plaster, and then they just cement rendered over this because it was practically falling apart. Well, now they've taken all of that off because when we dot and dab fireboard onto it, it would have not stuck to the blown render at the top. So they've put another skim coat up there, and then they'll smoothen that all off. So that's quite exciting, really. I've done a bit more pointing to my wall. Not a great deal. I've also cleaned up the faces of the granite. But confession time, I'm getting a professional to do this one because it takes me so long to do it that I might as well just make a video and then pay the professional and entertain you guys, because it is an excruciating process. Look at the size of this piece, by the way. Very cool. That is going to look beautiful once that's all done. Okay, moving on. Next thing. Look at that, brand new. Oh my goodness, how amazing does that look? This is my new water cylinder. So this will deal with all of the hot water in the house. Very exciting. Not sure why that stick is peeling off. Yeah, absolutely amazing. All piped in. So it needs to be, or plumbed in, whatever the words are. It needs to be connected to the electricity, the internet, for God's sake. My terminology is horrendous. I put some carpet tiles down on the floor. They've all been adhered down. Need a little hoover. Goes all the way back here. carpet tiles, and everything's been plasterboarded in here. And I've done several coats of paint, and it's all seamless down the edges and everything. We used some Painter's Mate. So yeah, that is very exciting. That is a room that is essentially finished. Like, you think there'll be a door there, and it's a room that's pretty much actually done in the house, which is ridiculous to think. So, pretty much the final few things to show you. Stud work in here has been done. That's going to mean that all of these sockets are flush with the wall, and also there's a cavity running the whole way down, which will prevent any stuff like this, which is where sort of condensation has sat behind cabinets and cupboards and then just left damp patches everywhere. Because before they had just tiled directly onto the wall, now you'll actually have a cavity behind the wall, and everything will be plasterboarded and everything will be properly ventilated. There's going to be 2 vents up there, actual extractor fans. Before they were just holes in the wall, so you might as well have just opened the windows. Obviously the windows are being replaced, so they're going to all be very nice, brand new windows. So everything will be done properly in here, and it will look fantastic. So final thing to show you, let me take you outside. Loads of people got scared the last time when I climbed up this ladder with one hand. It's a very, like, you know, it's not that steep, so it's kind of like just going upstairs. Okay, final thing to show you. Look at this. Skim coat on the wall with lime. How exciting is that? And they've done the new beading down the side so that when they you know, finish it off, it'll be nice and flush and everything will be nice and square. So that's really exciting. And this is all lime based so that it can breathe properly. They've also taken off the rotten fascia board and gutter, so that means that we can put a new one in. They filled up any sort of holes with old bricks and stuff, so it's all going to be done properly. I'm not really making a lot of sense right now. It's very early in the morning, but hopefully you can see what I'm talking about. All the cracks are gone, and it looks great, and it goes all the way down. And then, yeah, amazing. So that is going to wrap it up then for this little update. Hope you guys have enjoyed. It looks mad. Lots of stuff is happening. We'll be there soon.